God in the day, people. One angry pagan here. I was on Labour. I was streaming James O'Brien on Labour social Discord this morning for grand views, and I listening to this bit just knew I had to do a bit of a fucking rage video because what the fuck? I just this is disgusting.
Really am, but I just refused to admit it. And that is what Robert Jenrick has learnt from Boris Johnson. Because here is Robert Jenrick claiming or explaining why he ordered the removal of the murals from the Asylum Processing Centre for unaccompanied children in Kent. And just keep the Jaffa cakes in the back of your mind.
Is it true that he gave orders to the Asylum Reception Centre to paint over children's cartoons? And if so, why? Because nobody believes that Mickey Mouse cartoons either encourage or deter boats to arrive.
Before Jenrick says a fucking word, I'm pretty sure that's Vet Cooper talking. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's Vet Cooper talking. This is fucking disgusting. Like, what? Is that Britain? Is it? We treat our NHS workers like shit. Our black NHS workers even more like shit. And now this detention centres. What? Why are asylum seekers being put in detention centres?
And they simply think that this is the minister actually not showing some common decency towards vulnerable children.
It's fucking humanity.
Well, I've been clear in answer to her Right Honourable friend that we provide very high quality care at all of the centres in which we support unaccompanied children. We didn't think that the setup in that particular unit was age appropriate because the majority of those individuals who were unaccompanied passing through it last year were teenagers.
What? That is one of the most pathetic responses I've ever heard to a human question. A very humanizing question. And he refused to let himself to you just like the Tories cannot be humanized. At least most of them can't. And Robert Jenrick is a perfect example of this. They don't know how to be human. What a disgusting display.
You buying that? Are you? The other story I normally tell at this point is the time that I went. If you've just tuned in for the first time, I don't always approach matters of.
Not only that, but this guy got voted, got elected. Who the fuck elects a guy like this? What? Whoever elected this guy, thinking he was a good person, you are either stupid or you yourself are just as vile.
Of grave national import with tales from my childhood and my student digs. But I do also remember the time that I went strawberry picking in Chaddesley Corbett and I ate my own body weight in strawberries, which left enormous amounts of strawberry juice all down my t-shirt.
Hyperbole, surely.
And my shorts, even my legs were bright red. I mean, I was walking strawberry. And I walked into the weighing area with the punnet containing the sort of 7 strawberries that I'd actually put in the punnet rather than just gorging myself on them. And the farmer said, and you know when adults laugh when you're a kid and you kind of like it, and the farmer said, "Did you eat any strawberries?" And I went, "No, sir," like this. And every adult in the tent in the marquee started laughing their socks off. That's also, I mean, you obviously I'd eaten a lot of strawberries. So, do you believe Robert Jenrick?
No.
Let's just remind ourselves what happened in the House of Lords when the same issue was raised with a Home Office minister
This was the other
who
way.
I had to look him up. Turns out Liz Truss put him in the House of Lords. 49 days as Prime Minister, and she still gets to put people in the House of Lords, including this character.
To the Arrival Centre in Dover, which had cartoons and welcoming signs for children, and which were ordered to be removed by the Home Office Minister because it might make the children feel too welcome. Isn't that a disgrace?
Fucking right, it's a
Isn't it time that
disgrace.
government backbenchers felt as embarrassed as we are that this is happening in our country?
The murals that the Noble Lord refers to were provided by our detention contractors and were not commissioned or approved by the Home Office.
That's a pathetic response. That is actually pathetic response.
It's clearly the correct decision that these facilities have the requisite decoration befitting their purpose.
My lord.
That is actually disgusting language. That's actually disgusting. That is language befitting the 19th century, but no, we're here at the beginning of the 21st century, and only just, by the way, inside the first quarter of this of the 21st century, and we're still trying to hold on to stuff from the I'm bringing back some things from hundreds of years ago, right? These people are trying to hold on to stuff that they've been holding on to for the last 100 odd years, 150 years. We've been trying to hold on to something that is just so vile. An attitude about people that is just so vile. And they wonder why socialism started growing up in all these different places.
My lords.
It was Alf Dubs, of course, asking the question, Lord Dubs, himself a beneficiary of the Kindertransport, so a man who knows of what he speaks. So two Home Office ministers there, Jenrick and, what's the other fellow's name? Is it Simon something? Simon Murray? Simon Murray. Offering up two completely different
Two names to go on a list of absolute disgust.
stories. If you're going to tell a lie, lads, get your story straight. Seriously, was it they were taken down because they'd been put up without authority by the people who did the decorating at the detention centre, or they were taken down because you felt they were inappropriate for the teenagers passing through? Because I'll tell you one thing about teenagers, traumatised teenagers who've made their way to the UK via some of the most torturous and hideous and terrifying routes imaginable. They're going to be furious if there's a picture of Mickey Mouse on the wall when they finally get to safety. I mean, seriously, they might have escaped from the Taliban, but Tom and Jerry, that could be what tips them over the edge. You better get those murals down fast. Get those murals down quick. Well played, Bobby Jenrick. Honestly, top priority for a Home Office immigration minister, get those murals off those walls. They're teenagers over there, for God's sake.
Why? Why do the Tories actually have to be so cruel? Why? Not just Tories, actually. Why do people have to, on the right, have to be so cruel? It is fucking disgusting behaviour. And Robert Jenrick, in a way, is worse because he's elected to represent us, or at least his constituency, the people in his constituency. So, do the people in his constituency think of asylum-seeking children in the same way that he seems to? Because if they do, then and other people across, and this is a bigger problem society-wise across Britain, then Britain, we need to do fucking better! anyone who tries to justify this to me will get a tongue lashing like they've got no fuck. I say tongue lashing, people are going to take that dirty, but like, they're going to get, my God, they're going to get shouted at. If you're going to get fucking, you're going to have a proper row if you try to fucking defend this shit to me. Because this is indefensible. Nah, I'm done.